Hey everyone, decided to explore and quest in Lord of the Rings Online tonight. LOTRO for short. Easily one of my favorite games of all time. One of my top 5 MMOs of all time. But I feel in MMO where you can truly be yourself. You don't really have many MMOs nowadays that let you do that. Uh, I would say with Lord of the Rings Online, the funny thing about this game is that it really puts you in the world of Middle-earth, and while there are single-player games that do that, this game does it extraordinarily well. And I just want to turn down the music just a bit more. We'll start with the map. So I'm in this part. So I'm in Eriador right now. And so this is sort of where you begin when you create a character. And so, but this is the whole entire map, which is unbelievable, in my opinion. I've made it as far as the Gates of Moria. I've made it to Moria, and then made it in there, and Moria is just a whole entire, it's a whole entire mine and whole entire maze, pretty much, and then you get out of there. But I think one of the things that this game does really well, it puts on the essence of what Tolkien was, you know, the type of person that he was. It puts the books to a video game, you know, as good as it can get. And it basically says like, oh hey, these books were really something, these movies were something, but it really speaks more so to the books, I'd say. You know, some people in the community, they compare it to the movies, but in my firm opinion, I'll always compare it more so to the books. So for instance, we talk to this person, right? This little hobbit here, our Chopley.
Could I take a moment of your time?
Well, no, the stranger to this town. Now, I'm not the only one. My stomach is always getting me into trouble. This is no exception. I was in the mood for a nice, thick boar steak, cooked to perfection. So I think the writing in this game, you know, with the characters, with the questing, because there's not much voiceover. You know, there's some here and there, but there's not much in comparison with other games. Like, take Elder Scrolls Online, for instance. You know, that's a bigger, much bigger MMO than this, in my opinion. Has a bigger community. This has a great community, and I'll get to that in a second. But, so, with this, I would say the questing is one of the best questing types that I've played in an MMO. It's a bit similar to, say, World of Warcraft, but it's a bit different in the sense that, again, it takes on the essence of Middle-earth and Middle-earth-like characters. So, and that's something that if you're a Tolkien fan, or if you're a fan of, I don't know, maybe medieval history, then that might be up your alley, or maybe just fantasy in general, or just MMOs, that might be up your alley as well. So, yeah, so he wants us to go get some boars, because apparently he is hungry. So, yeah, anyway, I decided I never had Evendim boar before, so, yeah, so you can do all these quests, and, you know, there is a lot of dialogue here, and you can change it, change the size for that, and yeah, so, and then you have the tasks bulletin board here. I just wanted to explain and do this video about why, in my opinion, why I adore Lord of the Rings Online, LOTRO. The rich storytelling questing, you know, what I just explained. And you can click on this guy again. There must be boars in Evendim somewhere. Spend some time looking for them. Can't believe that there isn't a single war in the entire place. So yeah, he's just sending us on a mission. It's more so than just a simple, you know, fetch. Like, hey, go get us this stuff. Like, there are some of those missions, some of those quests rather, but there are more silly missions, you know, with the hobbits, and I love the hobbits. I love the dialogue that you have with the specific races, you know, with the elves are very majestic. You know, the race of men, like well, they're men, like some of them are very greedy, some of them are royalty. And it's cool, like your character that you create isn't, you know, one of the main characters, isn't a member of the fellowship. They're a character who is more so a, you know, they're a side character. They're somebody who helps others along the way. Think of them helping citizens of Middle-earth, or, you know, citizens of stuff going on. So I do want to try and find some boars for this guy, because I do see some of them do have a time limit. So it has 20 minutes left. So the other cool thing is, in this game, you know, the immersive role-playing system, and you will see it if you do play this game. So you have the player music here, right? So that is music not generated by the actual game, but generated by the music that the players themselves create. And what I mean by that is that if we go to the town of Bree, which we could go in a minute, that there could be events going on right now. Actually, it's Wednesday, but typically on the server that I'm on Landroval, and on that server, there are bands, and they perform concerts. So it's that's pretty cool, and it's like it's not only a role-playing event that happens, it's actually, I will show you that. Let's go to the Prancing Pony. Can always come back to this, and this is a 1 hour cooldown, so it's fine. It's easy to, you know, go back and forth. So, and you do have loading screens, but the loading screens are only, say, if you do use when, you know, the maps, or go into a zone, typically, is what I've noticed. Or enter, you know, a cave and such. But it's a large open world MMO. I would point it as that. Some people would desire much more, but it's pretty good. So I'll see if there's anything around. Forgive the lag, but and I have done a video on this before, so there's probably some people around here. Okay, so you can see everything loading in. So alright, I'm going to turn this down because it might be getting loud here soon. I'm just a bit worried. So, and I was interested in making this video because, one, I love this game, and I'm a huge Tolkien fan, you know. I think it's great that there's a thriving community like this, and that they put on shows like this a lot. But you know, they can do events like this, and so we can smoke some old Toby pipeweed, which is really cool. Really neat. I mean, you know, you can even have your elf smoke it, which isn't, they typically don't do that. And they do have an animation afterwards. That's sort of pre-Valentine's Day, I guess. And then, so yeah, I talked about the role-playing system. There is a housing system. There's, you know, I just showed the emote system. Let's see, dance, if I can spell. That's not much of a dance, but we'll go with it. So we're just clapping, but yeah, okay, we'll dance. Whenever you do the pipe weed with the smoking, which by the way, to get the pipe weed, you have to do the farming profession. So there are, I'll go into the professions. So with the professions, I currently am prospector, forester, cook, and scholar, which anyone who is a veteran player would probably say, oh, why in the world are you doing cook with, you know, your gathering professions? But the reason why I always have cook is because whenever I play an MMO, I always want to cook. I don't know what it is. The two things I always want to do are cook and fish, which I always have down here. So, and fishing is sort of a hobby. They list it as a hobby in this game, which is cool. And scholar is really cool. You can, I'll stop clapping there. But scholar is neat because you can, I'll go into there. You can basically craft these scrolls, for battle lore, and which can boost you in battle basically, and can sometimes increase your physical mastery, or can sometimes help you in defense with the warding lore. I haven't gotten very far, but yeah, so some for cooking, and then some for potions. I think I got that recently. Then there's some dyes as well, so yeah, there's that one. And you have to collect all the ingredients and then you can make it. And the other thing I wanted to show, which is similar to this, so I talked about the music, the atmosphere of this game. You know, it's very unique to a game like this because it's similar to, well, because it's based around Lord of the Rings Online, but there are a lot of people who don't play this game for Lord of the Rings itself, because they simply say, well, here, I'm gonna cancel this one. Well, they basically just say, you know, oh, I'm sorry, it's a bit laggy every time you go here. They're sort of like, I don't know, I want to play the game for the community, or I want to, you know, just explore. Sometimes people love that about MMOs. You know, they just love to explore. So what we're going to do, alright, let's see here. I'll like turn that off. Sometimes if I need to get a better viewpoint of my map, what helps is that you can toggle this off, show quest guide on map, and then you can toggle that off. And so what I'm going to do is that I'm going to make my way a bit southeast, and I'm going to head down to the Breedland homesteads. So I'm going to show you the housing system, and I'll show you how the housing system works. I can enter in the instance, but it's all the houses are set in these instance neighborhoods basically, and people decorate them, and it's a really cool system. It's one of the coolest I've ever seen in a game. The closest I'll put it to would probably be with the one that I've played, at least, would probably be with Star Wars Galaxies. You know, I played that when I was much younger, and that game was great with its player housing system. You know, people could be mayors of towns, mayors of large cities, and then they could basically control the tax system and things like that, which I made it fun for dramatic events. I'd put it that way. And so they could say like, oh, there's a tax increase on your house or something. So, but you know, most people that I played with, they never took it too seriously. They always said, oh, it's just a video game, so oh well. But yeah, so you might notice in this game, obviously being Lord of the Rings Online, you might notice some unique places which you can visit. So, we were just in Bree, and Bree is in the beginning of Lord of the Rings Fellowship of the Ring. And so, this is Midgewater Marsh. And so, over there is Weathertop, which is in the Lone Lands. So you have it right there. And so Lone Lands are like sort of next over from Breeland. And then you have the Trollshalls, and then you have Rivendell. And Rivendell is a really, really cool place. I'll do that on an upcoming video, because it's one of those places where it's similar to Bree. I did Bree on a big grand tour, so I want to do Rivendell in the same respect, because I love both places, honestly. Alright, so we'll head over here, because this is a little secret entrance, sorta. It's on the path, though. Alright, so one thing about this game, is that, so these are vendors, or people that you can talk to, but really vendors. And then you can go here. This is a milestone. And so you can always, I have my milestone bound to Bree, right? Prancing Pony. But you can always, apparently, I didn't know this, but you could get new destinations, which is pretty cool. I don't know if that's temporary or if that's, you know, for a while. But I also managed to get one for Rivendell. So that is interesting. So if you plan to purchase a house here, then you can bind it to this location. Although I always suggest Bree, because Bree is sort of a center point for a lot of people. A lot of people tend to go to Bree, so I want to see what you have.
What can I do for you today?
Ah, yes, I see. So you list all the prices, and let's see. Oh, right, upkeep. All right, I forgot. So when you have a home, right, there is, so it lists, like, you know, the standard homes, it lists the deluxe homes. So this is the cost, and then this is the upkeep. So, and then it shows this house offers 74 interior decoration hooks and 7 exterior hooks. So yeah, we can tour the house, or I usually just go in, and then we'll just pick a neighborhood. A lot of neighborhoods here, like a lot. So it doesn't really matter. We'll just go there. Yeah, just because, you know, I like to go into random ones each time. I haven't been to this one, so. And I do not own a home currently. I think, where's the way you can shack is, yeah, you do not own any housing to purchase a personal, right? Housing broker, we just spoke to her, so yeah. Kinship house, okay, right. Kinship is the exact same as, say, guild or clan. So anyway, so yeah, a lot of cool stuff. A lot of people add, you know, their own decorations, as this person did. So, very cool. This is something, you know, from Moria. You see that a lot. They have the mirrors in Moria. This, yeah, okay. That's cool. Very cool. Then they have their flower bed garden. So, yeah, you can get direct decorations, and you know, you can buy them on the store. They have the Locher store, or you can get them through events that happen, or get them over time through playing the game. That's what a lot of people do. So, ooh, this one, for sale sign. Let's do. So this is a standard house. Let's go check this out. So this, that I think, is that a standard house too? I don't know. I'm trying to figure out. This is a standard house. That's a deluxe house. That's the difference. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, they're a bit different in size. And so this is what the Race of Men homes look like. So we'll go in. So if you're a free to play player, you do have a few options. And regardless of race, you can live wherever. You can live with the hobbits, you can live with the elves, you can live with the dwarves. So it's pretty cool. And to me, I'll be honest, this is a lot of space. Like, this is enough for, you know, for me, honestly. If I were to buy a home, I'd probably get this one. But in my opinion, I would probably get the, you know, the Hobbit homes, because those are the coolest looking. I'll be honest. But yeah, these are pretty cool. They're nice and roomy and nice. It actually feels like home. But how I feel is that my character hasn't gone on his full adventure. This is my main character, Erdior, and then I have my elven character, my high elven character, and he hasn't gone on his full adventure. So I feel like when they're a bit more settled down, I'll probably put them on homes, or I think you can have one home per server or something like that. I don't fully know, so I'll have to double check with things, but I think that's how it works. But yeah, I'm not sure exactly where I want to end up. But for now, I am just always wandering, and I think the atmosphere is what sells this game. The atmosphere. So if we look on the map, this is where we are right here, right? So I actually want to see if there are any bigger homes that we can visit, because I actually haven't visited any. So, okay. So this kinship house, okay, 14 gold and 250 silver. So, and this is my money, 2 gold. You know, so it's like, I don't have squat. That's why I always say you should probably go on your adventure first. And that way, you know, you can level up, earn more gold over time. I still don't know how you get money, like in the long term, like maybe that's through professions, and then, or, you know, getting the ore and then selling that. Maybe I'll make a future video on that. But ooh, this is nice. See, this is what, like, if you're with a group of people, this feels more like it. But I don't think, because I think you can have a kinship by yourself, which is pretty cool. But I don't know how that would work. like I said, I'm kind of new to the game in a sense, meaning that two fireplaces, interesting. In the sense that like I've played this game before, but that was years ago. But I didn't really fully get into it. Now I'm fully getting into it, and so I'm replaying it again. And when I did, you know, I hadn't gone to Moria, so basically right now I'm in this area. And so once you finish in this area, I have to level up a bit first on both my characters, and then I think you have to go, where is it? It's like maybe up here, and then over to Angmar. Like I jokingly I call it mini Mordor, basically, because it's like everything is like all gloomy, all dark. But it's not as bad. I don't think it's as bad. I haven't gone to Moria yet, Mordor yet, but and then head over eventually to Moria, and then head to Lothlorien, and then, you know, sort of head to South Mirkwood, and then, yeah, that's where I sort of left off. So, yeah, I just have to get back to where I was, and might be live streaming this game again soon, but hope to make more videos on this in the coming future. But I think one of my favorite, other favorite things about this game that they've also done is that, which actually surprised me, and I'll show this on the map actually. So you have Eriador right there, right? That's where you start. Eriador. You have Rovanion, Rohan, Gondor, Mordor, and then you have even like, dude, you have like this part, okay? They added Umbar. Like, I never expected them to add place like that, because to my knowledge, you know, there wasn't much mention of going to Umbar and, you know, south of Gondor. Like, they did, but they didn't, you know, there wasn't like that much detail. So I'm like, in my head I'm thinking like, oh, they can't add that much more, surely. But well, I'm mistaken. But it's cool to see all these locations. I think that's the coolest part in this game, is just being able to see all these locations. You know, being able to go to Gondor, being able to go to say Rohan. I'm gonna be so excited to go to Rohan. You get to fight in the Battle of Helm's Deep. You get to go to Isengard, I think, at one point. You get to go to the East Wall. You get to go to the Great River, yeah, which is pretty cool. You get to go to Mirkwood, Dol Guldur, and all this. So, like, even these locations, you know, that were in the Hobbit book and movies. So, and yeah, Iron Hills, and you get to go to all these places. So Misty Mountains, yeah, you get to go to all those places. Gundabad, you get to go there too. See, I mean, that's super cool. It's like, I didn't expect that at all. And then, you know, being able to get to go to all those places, I think it adds nostalgia, but it also adds like a sense of I'm home, that type of feeling, you know, like, oh, I'm finally there, you know, because some people, like, they never find their forever home in an MMO. I was like that for a very long time, and then with Lord of the Rings Online, I think I finally really felt that. So I think that's what it was like for me, because with Lord of the Rings is different because I didn't feel like they could do an MMO or do a game justice with the books, especially because it's so difficult. But with the writing that they've done with all the questing, especially the main quest, which they call the epic, they've done an extraordinary job. You know, you get to fight alongside, you know, a lot of the main people, which is really cool, but not for a very long time, which is also cool. So, but yeah, I'll be doing more of this, and I just want to sum it up with exploration, inspiration, and a great passion for what it means to be living in Middle Earth. That's, I think, what Lord of the Rings Online means to a lot of people. You know, that whole entire sense of surrealness, that whole entire sense of almost tranquility, if you will, and escapism. You know, you want to feel a sense of nostalgia, you want to feel a sense of, am I home? That sort of effect. But a lot of people don't feel that with games, especially video games that they play. They never feel that. And this game grabs me on that. So I can't wait to play more of this. I can't wait to reach all these places, which I'm so under-leveled for. I remember I went for a trip, and I went to Erebor, and yeah, I was way underleveled. I actually died in when I was going, where was it? I was like outside of Erebor, and I just died, yeah, because I was like trying to get up there, and then like some just like one hit me. So, but that'll happen, you know, that will definitely happen once you're underleveled, because I think I was like the highest level I think is like 150, and I was like level 20, and I went there for an event that was taking place. So, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll try it out, and then I just died. So but it's fine. It's a lot of fun, you know. It's like, look at, you get to go to all these places like Minas Morgul. I actually wonder if you can go to Ordruin. That would be cool. That would be neat. But yeah, maybe I'll start streaming this game too. I've thought about it because I have a lot of games a couple games I want to get done with. But yeah, it's really cool. Have a lot of fun playing through this game, and it really feels like you're going through the books, but not as one of the main characters. Feels like a different perspective, that you're an outside observer, outside character almost. So I think that's why this game has been doing so well. I'm very proud to, you know, have been playing through it, and yeah, it's really cool. So I encourage anybody who's interested to give this game a look. I play it through Steam, but I think other people play it through the website or something. So but yeah, that was it. I just wanted to talk about. But until next time, catch y'all later, and catch y'all in Middle Earth. All right, peace.